Season 2, Episode 18, Up the Stairs, Becoming Scholars. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, take the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. After arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel to spend the night, but it's not exactly what they expected, in the sense that it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the 4 are making their way up while talking about the book Banani found on the plane. Banani. So, should we just trust what the author of this study says? Ravioli. No, not at all. In fact, the author himself encourages us to become detectives and build our own case by verifying every piece of information ourselves. Banani. Does it take a lot of studying to do that? Ravioli. I'd say yes, because you need to check the sources as objectively as possible, regardless of what you initially believe. Banani. And where do we start? Igor. With a course on how to tie your shoes without getting stuck? Cold cases. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, take the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. After arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel to spend the night, but it's not exactly what they expected, in the sense that it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the 4 are making their way up, talking about the book Banani found on the plane. Ravioli. First of all, we need to understand the difference between a criminal investigation and a historical investigation. Banani. What's the difference? Ravioli. In a criminal case, investigators can question witnesses and analyze recently collected evidence. Banani. Whereas with ancient history, we no longer have any living witnesses. Ravioli. Exactly. The only evidence we have left is ancient texts and archaeological artifacts. Banani. So, it's more complicated. Ravioli. Yes, but the author of this study draws an interesting comparison with his field. Cold cases. Banani. And what exactly are cold cases? Ravioli. They're unsolved cases that have been shelved. Some crimes have a statute of limitations, meaning after a certain time, the culprit can't be prosecuted anymore, but murders don't. There's no time limit. Banani. So a murderer can be arrested even decades after the crime? Ravioli. Exactly. That's why there are specialized detectives who keep studying the evidence even years later. Banani. Oh, I've seen a crime series about these cases. Igor. Oh yeah, and I bet you saw yourself as the detective. Or the suspect who leaves clues everywhere without realizing it. Types of testimonies. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, take the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. After arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel to spend the night, but it's not exactly what they expected, in the sense that it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the 4 are making their way up, talking about the book Banani found on the plane. Ravioli. Yes, me too. And just like those detectives do, the author of the study treats the Gospels like a cold case to analyze their reliability. Banani. Right. We want to understand if the evangelist's testimonies are credible. Ravioli. To do that, the author asks some fundamental questions. The first one is, were the Gospels really written in the 1st century? Banani. Why is that important? Ravioli. Because there are 2 crucial types of witnesses in an investigation. Banani. Eyewitnesses? Ravioli. Yes, but not just them. There are also those who reported events immediately after they happened, what in English are called early witnesses. Banani. What's the difference? Ravioli. An eyewitness may write their account many years after the events, while an early witness might not be a direct witness but reports the events in real time. Banani. Give me an example. Ravioli. Take a World War II soldier who writes a book in the 1990s. He's an eyewitness but not an early witness because he's writing long after the events. On the other hand, a journalist who wrote articles during the war is an early witness, even if he didn't fight himself. Igor. Let's take Banani and send him to the 1st century. Ravioli. To get an early witness? Igor. No, to get rid of him without leaving any trace in the present. Gospels close to the facts. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, take the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. After arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel to spend the night, but it's not exactly what they expected. In the sense that it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the 4 are making their way up while talking about the book Banani found on the plane. Banani, I get it. So, according to tradition, the Gospels of Matthew and John would be eyewitness accounts, while those of Mark and Luke wouldn't. Ravioli. Exactly. But there's another important point. By ancient history standards, all 4 Gospels were written very close to the events, just a few decades later. Banani. A few decades? Isn't that still a long time? Ravioli. It depends. In ancient times, writing wasn't as immediate as it is today. The Gospels were written down when it became clear that the direct witnesses wouldn't live forever. But compared to any other ancient biography, the testimonies about Jesus are the closest to the life of their subject. Igor. A few decades? Yeah, about the same time it takes to get home when you're traveling with Papaia. Gym enrollment. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, take the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. After arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel to spend the night, but it's not exactly what they expected. In the sense that it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the 4 are making their way up. Banani's room is on the 10th floor. Banani. I didn't think a hotel this lousy would have so many floors. Ravioli. The main problem is that every floor has only 1 room. Banani. My cousin signed up for a gym. Papaia. The one that sells fruits and vegetables? Banani. No, the one with the juice bar. Ravioli. What exactly is a juice bar? Banani. I don't know. I came up with the name because they sell all kinds of fruit juices. Papaia. Original idea. Why did he sign up? Banani. His accountant recommended it. Ravioli. And what does the gym have to do with taxes? Banani. According to the XYZ 123 model, a deductible expense for the owner can be categorized as physical weight and written off as tax savings for the current year. Papaia. So the weights you lift at the gym can be written off from taxes? Brilliant. Ravioli. I also signed up a few months ago. Banani. Oh, really? How did it go? Ravioli. Very badly. I just wasted my money. Banani. Couldn't you stick to the program? Ravioli. No, they kicked me out. Banani. And what did you do? Ravioli. Nothing. Except take advantage of the free energy drinks promotion. Banani. Free energy drinks? What kind of gym is that? I've never heard of that promotion. Ravioli. You haven't heard of it because it doesn't exist. The energy drinks weren't free, but unfortunately I found that out too late. Igor. Ravioli thought he could refresh himself for free at the gym's expense. Since they even have bathrooms and showers, he could have brought a sheet and a pillow to sleep on one of the ab benches. At that point, all he needed was to have his mail sent there. Ravioli's review. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, take the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. After arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel to spend the night, but it's not exactly what they expected. in the sense that it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the four are making their way up. Banani. They really kicked you out? I don't find that very professional of them. Igor. We can say that Ravioli lives in his fantasy world, like when he thought gyms offer free lifetime accommodation just because of a promotion. But when they kicked him out, reality hit him hard and sent him straight back to where he started. Banani, you should give them a bad review. Ravioli, I already did. I even included the part where they dared to ask me to exercise. Banani, but Ravioli, that's what a gym is for. Ravioli, yes, but I thought just showing up was enough. The machines would take care of the rest. Igor, pretending to read from his phone. Here it is. I found it. Let me read it to you. The drinks are not free, the Wi-Fi is slow, and the shower is too hot. However, the ab benches are pretty comfortable, even though there's no pillow and the right privacy for sleeping. The worst part? When I found out they don't do tabs. The climax was when they told me I also had to do physical exercises. Horrible experience. If you want to relax for free, I do not recommend it. The garage gym. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who are supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, take the wrong flight and end up on the other side of the world. After arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel to spend the night, but it's not exactly what they expected. In the sense that it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the four are making their way up and talking about gym membership. Banani. Speaking of machines, I signed up last month too. Ravioli. Big mistake, huh? Banani. No, I actually liked it, but the monthly fee was too expensive. Ravioli. So you got an annual membership? Banani. No, even better. I went to the garage, grabbed some ropes, bricks, and built all the main machines. Igor. Yeah, and maybe you even opened your garage to the public. Banani. No, I never thought about it. Thanks for the idea, Igor. I'll do that as soon as I get home. Igor. The problem with geniuses of sarcasm is that they always get misunderstood. Ravioli. Yeah, so how did it end? Did you lose weight? Banani. No, I broke my toe. Igor. When you go to Banani's gym, the instructor asks you, mass, definition, or fracture. Either way, 90% of the members reach the latter goal within the first 2 weeks of training. And it's always thanks to Banani. Papaia at the gym. Previously, the 3 clumsy scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, miss the flight to the conference and end up on the other side of the world. They then discover they still have a few days to get there on time. They book a hotel, but it's not exactly what they expected. As they climb the stairs, they're talking about the gym. Papaia, I can't work out alone. I need someone to train with me and keep me company. Igor, sure. That's what happens when you go to the gym just to chat with others. Papaia, well, it just so happens that I've lost 500 grams. Igor, I recommend you talk to the trainer too. After working out your jaw muscles, maybe they can explain how to train the rest of your body. The gym in the relaxation area. 3 scientists, Papaia, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who were supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, miss their flight and end up on the other side of the world. Arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel for the night, but it's not exactly what they expected, meaning it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the 4 are climbing, talking about signing up for the gym. Banani. Hey, I just had a brilliant idea. Why don't we open our own gym right there in the relaxation area of the observatory? I can bring the machines I made in my garage, maybe bring some more ropes and buckets and bricks. We could charge a participation fee to our colleagues. Igor, great idea. And does this fee also include injury insurance? Banani, Well, I haven't thought about that yet, but maybe we can put up signs saying caution. Igor, better. Caution, beware of the broken toe. Ravioli. Maybe we could ask for payment in credits at the vending machine instead of cash. Banani. Yeah, that's an idea, but I should talk to my cousin's accountant first. Ravioli. We need to come up with a name. Igor. How about the Bricklayer's Gym? We even have a slogan. No pain, no gain. But in this case, the pain is the broken toe. Maybe we could ask members to bring their own newspaper hat and trowel. Ravioli. Free energy drinks. Papaya and decent music. Igor. Or maybe something original like Sunflower Gym Train if you can survive. Papaya in the room. 3 scientists, Papaya, Banani, Ravioli, and their assistant Igor, who were supposed to attend the famous dark matter conference, missed their flight and end up on the other side of the world. Arriving at the wrong airport, they book a hotel for the night, but it's not exactly what they expected, meaning it's awful. We're on the hotel stairs where the 4 are climbing, talking about the book Banani found on the plane. Papaya has arrived at his room. Papaya, I'm lucky. Here I am on the 3rd floor. Igor, my luggage goes here. They've made poor Igor carry some of their luggage. Igor, gentlemen, I hope you'll remember this extra task at the end of the month. Papaya, don't worry, Igor, you can write it down in your notebook. Igor, if I do another couple of flights of stairs, there might not be a new end of the month for me.